Hey YouTube, it's your boy K Ray, man. I'm on here again, with the word for the day. I like to say what's up to YouTube family. I've been over there, Brother Roadhouse fellowshipping, man, and just had a good old time, man. Rejoicing in the Lord, going over the word, man. It's just been a beautiful week, man. I mean, I just had learned a lot, man. A lot of stuff that I wouldn't even repeat right now because a lot of things that I have to really going back and study myself, so but I have something that I want to share with the YouTube family, and it's coming out of Mark. Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. All thy heart, and all thy soul, and all thy mind. These three things right here. He put these three things in here because he know that is what guides us through all our decision making and what everything we do. This is what guides us: our heart, our mind, our soul. A lot of us we call ourselves good. You call us thinkers or smart, intelligent people. So we love to use our minds. So love God with your mind. Because some of our people use our hearts. This is what I feel. This is in my heart. He said, love him in his heart. Some of us, our soul, our crooked soul, it's just what I am. This is what I do. This is where I was raised. This is just how I am. That's our soul. Reaction. Love God with your soul, your heart, and your mind. Jesus believed that if you love God with your soul and your heart and your mind, that you would do things as he would do it. Because we're sitting here to walk just like Jesus did. Walk like him. He was perfect. So we strive to be just like him. We are sinful people, but we walk and strive to be like him. So that's why he say, love me with your heart, your soul, and your mind. And don't get it twisted now, that he wants your mind, your soul, and your heart. Because a lot of us we get away from this word, and we get to thinking too much. And we get to think we get like the devil, and we get too much pride, and we think we better than this word right here, or we better than somebody else, And we all in the same line right here, walking behind Jesus Christ, trying to be just like Christ, And the second is like unto it, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Now, this one right here goes hand with the first one actually. But I believe he really had to point this out because we as a people, we can't get along with each other. We can't stand each other. This is not saying that if my neighbor dog is barking, that I shouldn't go over there and say, hey man, can you do something about that dog, man? Your dog is kind of loud at night, bro. I can't sleep. Can you do something about it? Don't mean that I can't go over there and say it. That's part of go over there and say something to him. And you go down the line and solve that problem. Jesus has it in the Bible how you solve. That's in the church, but also I believe that's too with your neighbor. And if your neighbor can't handle that, you just go through the process with it. I ain't saying you go there beat his head down right off the bat. But at all. Unless you have to defend yourself in that point, you go over there and he wants some trouble. You're gonna defend yourself, but I'm saying, you go through the process. That's love thy neighbor. Love thy neighbor as thyself. It's hard to do sometimes. And it's just not like this. This is just not your neighbor. These are the people that, the number one, love God with all your heart and all your soul and all your mind. And you love God. God love his enemies. God love. Look at when he sent Judah over there to Assyria, over there to Nineveh, where the Assyrians were. And they was Judas' enemies. They were trying to kill him, man. And he had to send them over there to save his enemies. So if we love God with all our mind, soul, and heart, that's what God wants. God want everybody who has an inkling of a chance to be converted to Him, to be saved, that we love them. He wants us to love everybody, because if they have an inkling of being saved, we must love them, no matter what, especially if they're not saved. And if they are saved, we love them anyway. We love them through all that. That's the best weapon you have. Now I know that is hard. I'm not saying that if you get into it with somebody at your job and something going on with you and him, that you should just get out in his face and you got a problem with him. No, you voice your opinion. There's different ways to have confrontations at your job or anywhere with anybody. You shouldn't be passive aggressive. You shouldn't hold it in. It's a different way that you handle confrontation. Frankly saying, honestly saying, you get it off your mind. Now, if that person do have a problem with that, and that's another video, of how to handle that situation. And I can't explain that right now, but because I'm going through the same thing right now, with some people that I have problems with, but it's not easy. But we must submit to God. We must have some type of restraint. This is not only just with the people on your job. This is with people. This is even with in your own house or with your own family members. So we must have that restraint. Go to God to get your strength back. This is not only with confrontation, too. It's with death. And with the problems, the issues that you had through your life, So, but not to get off the subject, though. I just, I went on that one. But, it just said, love God, all your heart, your soul, and love thy neighbor. Jesus said, on these 2 commandments, hang all the law and the prophets. So he sums all this up. So if you look before this, he was talking to the Pharisees, and they were trying to talk to him, they always was trying to catch Jesus in his words, trying to hang him on something. And at this particular time, he went and gave him these 2 commandments. These 2 commandments. So that gives me the inkling that, everything rides on this love thing. So this love thing must be powerful, man. This love thing is so powerful that he sums all the commandments: steal, kill, covet, all this on these two commandments. So we really just hanging here on love thy neighbor. Love God with your heart, mind, and soul, man. We won't be around all this money cometh thing, man, and all this greed, this envy, jealousy, this coveting that we are so easily trapped up in now as human beings. Jealousy, man, we won't be so easily caught up into this, because this is not the way that Jesus walked. He didn't walk in that way. So that's my word from the day, coming from K-Ray. Peace out.